Now that we've completed our gallop animation, it's time to translate it forward. So the trick is to look at our contact positions and to avoid as much sliding as possible. There might be a little bit of sliding in the end, but as long as it is unnoticeable to the viewer, then we are good to go. So we'll need to add animation to our global control. Let's go ahead and create keys on frames 1 and 16, so within our cycles range. Now at this point, we're ready to move over to our curve editor. Let's go ahead and expand our tracks. Under options, we'll uncheck manual navigation. Then I like to go ahead and check this back on. That way our F-curves don't refresh on us. Then the next step is to go in and grab our start and end keys and set their tangency to linear. That way our horse will move at a constant speed. Now to have the cycle translate forward infinitely, we'll need to head over to controller, out of range types, and use a relative repeat. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now when we grab our end key and start to translate this up, you'll see our horse is starting to move forward. But this is not enough at all. We'll need an even greater amount. So let's go ahead and start to play around with our value here. Let's go ahead and use about a value of 200. Let's see where that brings us. So, scrubbing through, you can see, again, we're getting still a lot of sliding. So we'll need to increase the end keys value even more. What I'd also recommend doing is adding more frames at the end of the animation. So let's go ahead and bring this to about frame 45. Okay, going back to our curve editor, we'll start to increase this value. So let's go ahead and bring this to about 400. Scrub through. And take a look at that. We're just about there. There is still a little bit of sliding. You can take a look at the pelvic legs. And you can see that. All right, we're just about there. If we were to increase this maybe about 100 more units, I think we'd be good to go. Let's go ahead and bring this to 500. Beautiful. So again, there might be a little bit of sliding still, but it is barely noticeable. And just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and create a preview, and we'll make sure that our range is from 1 to frame 45 so we can see the animation play through. Here it is. So as you can see, we now have our horse translating forward convincingly through our scene. So this is really neat. Great stuff, and with that, that completes our work here. So we've sure learned a lot about not only animating horses, but quadrupeds in general. The techniques that we've learned here can be used really on any animation. It's just a matter of finding the reference you need, and then at that point, you can break down the reference, grab the poses from the reference that would pertain to your project, and then really start to think about the weight involved in what the creature is actually doing. And at that point, you'll have an idea of how to translate that into your own character and your own creature to bring it to life in a very fun way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next training course.